I pledge to the nation today that in this month, there will be a vote on the floor of this House, a vote to advance articles of impeachment this month. It is necessary and it will be done. I truly believe in what the country stands for. I know that it has not always lived up to the expectations written in the great documents that support what the country stands for. So you have HRes 498 with 95 persons supporting the articles of impeachment. Friends, there is but one solution to an authoritarian president that cannot be controlled by the Supreme Court because he flouts the orders of the Supreme Court, that won't be controlled by members of his party because he has control over the party. There's but one solution, and there's but one place where that solution can manifest itself. Mr. Speaker, we are, and that at is this moment in our country, the House of Representatives. So Congress has become the court of last resort for an authoritarian president. And as such, I pledged to many before today, and I pledge to the nation today, that in this month, there will be a vote on the floor of this House, a vote to advance articles of impeachment this month. It is necessary, and it will be done. I truly believe in what the country stands for. I know that it has not always lived up to the expectations written in the great documents that support what the country stands for. I know that it has not always lived up to these expectations. But I also know this. It's a country where I can, with due process, with free speech, with freedom of religion, it's a country where I can vote, and it's a country where I can fight to make the difference so that it can live up to these great ideals expressed in these great documents, the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution. And I'm going to fight to maintain the right to fight. That's what this is all about. Not fighting in the sense that I'm going to go out and harm someone, not fighting in this sense that I'm going to use some means of using physicality. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm going to fight with peaceful protest. I believe in peaceful protest. I do not in any way condone persons who go out and harm other people. And I have said as much. And yes, I get all of the backlash that others get when they say as much. But I absolutely will continue to say peaceful protest is the way to make change that can make the difference. So I can do it through peaceful protest, and I'm going to do it. That's the kind of fighting that I'm talking about, peaceful protesting. But I can also do it with litigation. So we have protestation, litigation. I've signed on to many briefs, and I will continue to do so. Protestation, litigation. But we also have something else. We have legislation. That's what articles of impeachment are. Legislation. Protestation, absolutely. I will never give up my right to protest. I'm going to fight to maintain that right to protest. Protestation. litigation. I believe in the court system. And then, of course, this whole notion of legislation. These are the means by which we can make the difference. I assure my friends, my colleagues, persons, this is official notice. There will be a vote on articles to impeach Donald John Trump, who is now President of the United States. I do it because conscience dictates that this be done, and it has become a moral imperative that we have to proceed with. Now, I close with this. This is something that came to my attention just recently. There are people who believe, I think, that I will be intimidated. They believe that I will be intimidated. Now, these are people other than those who've already made their many threats that have not intimidated me. But there's a new movement afoot. There's a movement afoot now to do what cannot be done as they see it fast enough through the electoral process, meaning my removal from office. They don't think that the electoral process works effectively, if you will, for them. I was saying efficaciously, but let's just say effectively, for them. And the governor of my state, while I am in trial currently defending the 9th Congressional District. I've been in trial for many years, so this is nothing unusual to defend this district, to keep this district. It has been difficult. Lots of money has been spent just fighting to maintain the 9th Congressional District. But the governor of my state has now decided that it is appropriate, according to the sources that have called it to my attention, and many persons in the legislative body in the state of Texas have called this to my attention, has established what's called a redistricting commission or committee. And with this redistricting commission or committee, the governor is going to try, as I'm being told, to draw the lines for these congressional districts so that it will be either difficult or impossible for me to get reelected. So here's my message to those who would stoop to this level of political shenanigans, as I see it. Here's my message to you. The people who elected me are more important than my being reelected. I'm going to stand up for the people who elected me. My reelection is not the issue. You can take me out. There'll be another Al Green. There always is always going to be one more. The world seems to be put together such that there's always someone who will stand up. So you can take me out, but you're not going to intimidate me. And I'm saying this to the governor of the state of Texas. Do what you may. Redraw the lines such that I can never get reelected. But I guarantee you this, as long as I'm here, I may be censured, but I won't be silenced. I yield back the balance of my time.